I don't have younger cousins or younger siblings that I would say I took care of. So for me, motherhood was a shock.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this episode of Mom Talks with Krista. Today we're taking a trip all the way to Nairobi, Kenya to meet with Yvonne from the Mommy Knows Best team. Yvonne is a supply chain virtual assistant for us, and I thought it'd be so exciting to have her share life in Kenya. Yvonne's also going to talk about the importance of community and how 10 years ago when she had her daughter, how the community around her really helped made her transition into motherhood much easier. And Yvonne shares a ton of great information, so we split into two parts like we normally do. So part 2 will be next week. Let's dive right in. I'm so excited because we have Yvonne from the Mommy Knows Best team on today.
Hi.
Yay, I'm so excited. So let's just dive right in and tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what you do for Mommy Knows Best.
My name is Yvonne. I live in Kenya and I work with Mommy Knows Best as a virtual assistant, but I'm attached to the supply chain department. So basically, all I do is make sure your packages get to you. They get to you right and they are in perfect condition and they get to you on time. But besides that, I make sure that our products meet our quality assurance requirements.
So as most of our, listeners are US based, I'm trying to, get, more people from all over because I want, to share culture and how people are growing up and different things like that. So I'm just kind of interested in hearing more about like what you're kind of, how you're living your life right now. For your daughter, for instance, I know you're doing some, e-learning right now. So what are the kind of things that kids are into right now, where you're from, and what are the kind of things they're doing?
The way we grow up, it's more of communal living, or communal parenting. So in our apartment block, all the kids know each other. All the kids know, okay, so this time we're playing hide and seek. These guys are playing hide and seek. These guys want to do jump rope. These guys want to do biking. So it's more or less everyone plays with everyone. It depends on what everyone is playing. So they won't necessarily leave our compound and they're stuck to it's more like an acre of land. So they're stuck to this acre of land and they play there. And I know, even though I'm on 5th floor, I know my daughter is safe downstairs. But indoor games, I would say Jenga, I'd say Scrabble, I'd say cards. Yeah, they do a lot of that. And Twister. Yeah, and a lot of Twister.
That's awesome. I love hearing about like the community you have and like how all your neighbors, it sounds like you're all really close and the kids have each other, which I bet like, especially you're saying being a single parent, that's got to be so helpful to know that your daughter's safe. She's has friends like that live in her neighborhood, because I think one of the things like we talk about on the show too is like motherhood can be extremely lonely, whether you're a single parent or your husband's overseas or your husband or spouse works all the time. It can be a lonely thing. So did you find that really helped you like in your transition into a motherhood?
I feel like because I'm the only girl in my family and I don't have younger cousins or younger siblings that I would say I took care of. So for me, motherhood was a shock. I'm not I'm not trying to scare anyone, but for me, the no sleeping, the breast nipple pain, the afterbath, everything. I thought I was ready. I read books. I read everything. I talked to my aunties, to my mom, but I wasn't. And I feel like it's such a huge difference from not being a mom to being a mom. And now I don't know anything else. I don't know how to express not being a mom. But for me, how community worked was that just because I asked them questions before, it didn't mean that they weren't there to support me afterwards. So I had cousins coming in and I stayed with family for the first 6 months, in and out, everyone. There was no time that I was alone taking care of my daughter. And I had to go back to work after 3 months. So I had someone I trusted, I felt like was responsible enough to take care of my baby. And I wasn't able to breastfeed exclusively for my daughter. We had a lot of help with formula, and that we tried everything. My family tried everything. I even tried a lactation specialist, but it wasn't there for me. And just knowing that my daughter was getting well fed and well taken care of, even when I was at work, was very helpful. So I'd say when it came to motherhood, personally, I wasn't ready, but with my family and friends, with them stepping in to help me out and just being there, that was awesome for me. I wouldn't say I had postpartum depression, but I'd say it was tough. It was a tough transition for me.
Mm-hmm. I hear about that a lot in some of the interviews we do, because it's like, yeah, you're changing everything that you're kind of used to. And actually, one of the doctors I talked to, she did say one of the best things to help with the transition is finding a community and people to support you. So
yeah,
that's really awesome that you had that, and that it helped you with it. Because yeah, like you said, I think there's nothing that really prepares you for motherhood except doing it. So that's
doing it. Yeah, true.
Just jumping in, and so that's awesome. And from what you say, it sounds like your daughter had an awesome childhood and is very bright and smart. So that's awesome, and that shows a lot about you. All right, guys, that was part 1 with Yvonne. I just loved hearing about her culture, and I'm really appreciative that Yvonne came on and that we were able to connect and share her culture with you guys. So thank you, Yvonne. And part 2 will be next week. Yvonne's going to talk all about breastfeeding, from remedies that she used in her family to difficulties that she had with breastfeeding her own daughter. So we're going to dive right into that next week. Thanks for watching, guys. See you then. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Mom Talks with Krista. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. It should be down here somewhere. We release new episodes every single Wednesday. And if you're not following us yet, be sure to follow us at Mommy Knows Best on Instagram. And remember, if you're watching this and doubting yourself, you are a great mom. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week.